What's up, guys? I got a special treat for you today, bringing you guys Gazlowe on the Towers of Doom. So these are some tips and strategies you guys can use to use Gazlowe on the Towers of Doom to help your team secure the objective. So with the first talent here, I recommend taking Break It Down. So this is going to increase the cooldown on your abilities when you grab your salvage, and that's going to be your turrets. And then at 4, reduce, reuse, and recycle, and that's going to make it so the minions can drop scrap for you and give you extra cooldown on the go. And then at level 7, the rocket increases your rockets so they can increase and they can attack multiple targets. And then at 10, we're going to take the Robo Goblin, so we're going to be doing some fast pushing and siege damage with this. And then we're going to take turret storage at level 13 and increase our charges. And at 16, we're going to take superior schematics, and that's going to increase the damage that it's done when you're within range of your turrets. And then at 20, we're going to take the Mecha Lord. So this is going to give us extra bonus damage against heroes. So now here we go in the early part of the game. We've got a face off against Zagara down here on the bottom. Zagara is another exceptional specialist for this map, but really our goal is basically just to, if we can't take the objective, to at least make sure that Zagara does not take it until our team can come in and the cavalry is there. So the trick to playing Gazlowe with this build is about turret placement. If you guys have ever heard of or have thought of playing turret defense, this is really the strategy that you're going to be using here. So dropping another turret nice close to the objective, and they're going to keep shooting, and it's going to force Zagara to shoot those turrets, and they're just slowly roughing him up. And as I grab my scrap, it's going to reduce the cooldown on my charges so I can lay another one right there. So, and it's giving me the cooldown that I need to come and drop another turret, just to keep those turrets coming so that he cannot grab the objective. And he's getting roughed up a lot in this process, taking down my turrets even in the early part here. So we've kept Zagara from taking the objective, and that gave enough time for my team to rally up and for Muradin to come down here and give me some help and secure this objective. Turret placement is very important. He also makes an excellent teammate with Gazlowe. Gazlowe can trap enemies in those bone prisons, and then if you time your bomb just right, that stun lock is exceptionally long, and start dropping turrets and hammering down. And the double whammy. Objective secured. It's also great for clearing any debris or anything lingering around the objective, like those dens, those burrow dens from Zagara's ult. Now we've got Abby trying to do some lane pushing here, trying to push back, but look how fast Gazlowe just comes in with those bombs. The mercs. It's about timing with this. It's really all about the timing. Just coming in with the minions, the mercs, and all of your charges up, dropping everything as fast as you can. Drop all of your turrets as fast as you can, and just start hammering on that keep, and just like that, it's down. Now, later on in the mid part of the game, you can still be extremely useful to your fight, even though you haven't spec'd for, like, say, team play fighting. But you can still help your team and push forward and keep the creep going in the other team's direction. Now, even if it's not you that's necessarily dealing the damage to the enemy, you want to keep the pressure and you want to keep the lane creep going their way. So now we all come and rally up, drop a turret right in there. So now nobody wants to go up that way. You want to cut off any routes of escape that they could possibly do and block any way that they want to go and funnel everything to where you want it to go. That's what your turrets are supposed to be for. And just keep making a wall, slowly pushing them back and giving your minions time to creep forward and push forward with your team. And let the minions come on in. Get in there, drop more turrets. And it's just inching forward and forward. But you've got a safe retreat because you've got turrets to protect your retreat. And the enemy cannot really advance with all those turrets. Later on in the game, if you're still hanging around, even Gazlowe can solo this by himself. But with even a couple of teammates, he can chomp up this boss here really fast. And you can tag an easy 4 points of damage on the enemy's core. With the Robo Gaz, he just eats everything PvE. And you win the game doing damage like that, not necessarily by killing players. You can still be extremely helpful to your team and be the clutch in the win. In the team fight, you want to use your turrets to also give your team range and cut off routes of escape for the enemy. And keeping as many of them in range of as much stuff as you can as possible, but it's about the placement. See how the enemy is going in the complete opposite direction. It's forcing them up. It's forcing them to go right where you want them to for a nice wall, for a nice Archon wall, and a nice ambush. And then we have the last fight here. The fight at the objective. This is a great place to drop your turrets right here. Just put them in a straight line and start with that bush. And start putting them in a straight line. Covering off the way to the objective. And then just run back onto the objective and start trying to grab it. Zagara is going to have to suicide on his way, getting shot up by those turrets. Diablo's able to run through, but the entire team, the entire red team, has to run through all of those turrets to get in there to the objective, to stop us from taking it. And they just get shot up so much that we're easily able to finish them off and grab that objective. And now these minion mercs, it's good to note too, once they get to this point right here, they just jump up and lob up at the core and deal points of damage, and that's enough for the win. Blue team wins! And that's our friend Gazlowe on the Towers of Doom. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys.